Rivian sold a truck advising us to never close the truck bed cover. No fix yet. About 7 months later, batteries won't charge. 350 kilowatts charger couldn't charge truck. Rivian service center is so backed up, they can't even look at it for 10 days. Will be it weeks or months before we have a truck that works again? How long will fix last? Also, Rivian self-drive is far worse than other manufacturers' product. On many roads, including highways with clear lane strips, driver cannot activate self-drive. Both other brands we own don't have those problems. Will Rivian be here in 5 years? I wouldn't buy again.
I am a month in on ownership, and it has been a great experience, with the overall quality as well as the excellent performance. Well worth my 3-year wait. Extremely quiet on the highway, but has tons of power for acceleration. Corners amazingly well considering it is a pickup truck. I cannot think of a better vehicle, considering its versatility and power. Update: 4 months into ownership, and I am very glad I placed a pre-order in 2019 for this amazing vehicle. It has exceeded my expectations in its speed, handling, ride comfort, and practicality. It is not perfect. As others have written, the lack of phone interface is unfortunate, and my electric tonneau bed cover is glitchy. They told me a fix is being worked on, so they were upfront about that, but I am pleased with the other features. No issues with fit and finish. The storage in the front trunk and gear tunnel are great. The seats are very comfortable, and I have great headroom and legroom, needed at 6'6". The acceleration is outstanding, and the ride level adjustment with the air suspension is a great feature. I am very glad I now have the R1T.
Like many, I assume, I bought the Rivian wall charger with my R1T. I had it installed on its own 60 amp breaker within a 200 amp panel. It worked nearly flawlessly for a month, occasionally losing its Wi-Fi connection and appearing offline. After a month, suddenly the vehicle would charge for 15 minutes, then the charge indicator would turn red and I'd get a charging error. I would unplug, try again, turn off the breaker to the charger, try again, etc. IT would take all day to get a small partial charge. I contacted support and spent hours rebooting the vehicle and the charger until it completely stopped recognizing being plugged in. I had to take pictures of the plug and socket, etc. before escalating the service request. They couldn't figure out whether it was the truck or charger. Eventually, I troubleshot it myself. I had no trouble using the local fast DC or level 2 chargers, my juice box 32 amp at my cabin, and the portable Rivian charger worked fine too. So it was obviously the charger. I asked for service. They then insisted that I take photos of the inside of my electrical panel, zoom in on the circuit breaker, open the Rivian charger and photograph it. It worked fine for a month, then failed, but their explanation is that it's wired incorrectly. I bought a 48 amp juice box instead and had it installed on the same circuit. It's been working flawlessly for months and never loses its Wi-Fi connection. I can control the schedule, it logs every charging session, appears more reliable but cost $800. I've contacted Rivian multiple times since. They've promised to refund my Rivian charger purchase, but I need to wait for an email for instructions to return it. It's been months. I get the runaround every time. They've even claimed that they accidentally filled out the wrong form. More than a week ago, only after I threatened doing what I'm doing now, warning others of the reality of ownership, did I get a returned phone call. He was very pleasant and apologetic and assured me that he would personally follow up to be sure I got the email with return instructions either that day or the next. Again, it never happened. It has cost me so much time to chase the promised refund, and it's only $500, so I'm going to give up. I'm going to toss the charger in the dumpster because I'm sick of having it take up space in my tight garage, and I'm sick of the aggravation of repeatedly asking them to follow through. I love the truck. It's a truly awesome vehicle. Despite a few bugs, I've driven it on several 700 GL 1 mile road trips. However, the support experience is horrendous when compared to traditional new vehicle ownership. I just wanted it fixed, but I had to do the legwork, the troubleshooting, and eventually buy the replacement part myself. I want to warn others so that they think carefully about the type of ownership experience they want when spending $85K on a vehicle. Just pray you don't need service after they have your money.
Customer support is not defined in Rivian's dictionary. I had a dead 12 volts battery and I called to get it replaced. and they told me their first available date to send someone is 3 weeks out. Every time you call their support, it's hours of wait. Their chat is a joke. Any time of the day or night when you open the chat, your number 30 to 40 is in line with hours of estimated wait. Worst customer experience I've ever had.
I love the truck R1T, not crazy about Alexa. Amazon features which are required for use, but beyond that, it is really fun to drive. Customer service not great 5 months after delivery, and they can't seem to get me my plates, so I am driving with expired tags, and no one at Rivian seems to be making it a priority.
I am a long-time Tesla owner. I've bought 5 so far, and still own 3. S-Plaid, new Model 3 Performance, Highland, and Model 3 Long Range. I had a deposit on a Cybertruck CT since day one, just like I did for the original Model 3. A lot can change from when you originally put a deposit down on a CT, namely Rivian. I drove a Rivian when they became widely available. I was pretty impressed, but held out hope for the CT. I thought I'd wait until I had a chance to finally drive a CT and make my decision then. Well, long story short, I should have purchased the Rivian when they first came out rather than wait for the CT. The Rivian is an absolute joy to drive, and none of the polarizing issues of the CT. There is no special upkeep required. The fit and finish is outstanding on the Rivian. It is more comfortable, quieter, very quick, and does everything very well. I've never driven a pickup that handles as well as this. Put some sticky street tires on it and you could embarrass a lot of sports cars in the twisties. Even better on mine since it is the QM quad motor version with torque vectoring, which is similar to putting my Plaid in track mode where it enables it. It has a lot of nice touches and well thought out things. The only place Rivian lags behind Tesla is autonomous driving. FSD is a mixed bag on my Teslas, and I still don't think it is ready for prime time, but it is clearly superior to anything Rivian has. As for basic autopilot on Tesla, I think the Rivian is pretty close there. In some ways better, some ways worse. One thing I love about Rivian is the adjustable brake regen. The standard mode is pretty comparable to Tesla's one and only choice. Used to be more. The high regen on the Rivian is really stout. I've owned a lot of pickups, and my last, and most favorite, until now, was a Ram 1500 turbo diesel. A very nice riding truck, and a great interior. It was reliable, efficient, comfy, and a great daily driver. As good as it was, the Rivian is better in almost every way other than bed length. The stock 4.5 bed on my Rivian is more than adequate. It is one of the best EVs I've ever owned, and one of the best vehicles ICE or otherwise I've owned. I thought I'd also try SUVs even though I had a CT on order. So I drove the current crop of those, and of course, the Rivian R1S. I have to say the R1T rides much better, and is a better overall vehicle if you don't need to seat 7 or a third row seat. The R1T feels much better balanced when you drive it. Rivian hit a home run with this truck. I really regret not buying one sooner.